Franklin County is home to tranquil forests, rolling hills, and hugged by the Missouri River to the north, a place of beauty that saw the worst of the United States Civil War. Washington existed in relative peace until the autumn of 1864. Across Missouri, savage guerrilla warfare raged, though for the most part Franklin County remained unscathed. Franklin County largely remained loyal to the Union, in part due to its Union-leaning Catholic German population. Only around 600 residents rebelled, while upwards of 3,000 fought for the Union. Outnumbered Confederates in Missouri used hit-and-run tactics to harass and frustrate Union leadership. Irregular mounted guerrillas known as bushwhackers gained notoriety for ruthless assaults and abusing civilians. Federal armies were not above using scorched earth strategies themselves. Former Missouri Governor and Confederate General Stirling Price hoped to capitalize on the state's deep division. Price entered Missouri from Arkansas in September 1864 with 12,000 soldiers, mostly cavalry, and around 14 cannon. Nearly 6,000 bushwhackers flocked to Price's banners, not as many as he had hoped, though. The ragtag force won a bloody victory at Fort Davidson near Pilot Knob, but suffered upwards of 1,000 men killed or wounded for little strategic gain. Price initially planned to take St. Louis, but upon hearing that the city was too fortified, decided to head west through Franklin County instead. By early October, Price's army was making its way through Franklin County. Price pillaged the land for resources as he and his army traveled. John Marmaduke, not Price himself but a subordinate general, rode into Washington without a struggle and severed all rail lines supplying St. Louis within 2 miles of the town. The Confederates burned Washington's train depot, and the nearby nuns of St. Francis Borgia attempted to quell the flames. This is the replacement depot built in 1865. The rebels then looted the local Bush brewery, drank their fill of the stolen booty, and dumped the rest in Bush Creek. Daniel Gale, the Union commander of Washington, ordered a retreat over the Missouri River in the face of a numerically superior foe. Gale and his men returned the next day in safety. As the majority of Price's forces continued west, a handful of partisan rebels stayed in Franklin County to harass with elusive cavalry. Union forces responded with cavalry assaults of their own. In all of Franklin County, rebels caused around $500,000 worth of damage to property and looted livestock, and left more than 60 dead in their wake. The most tragic event to unfold in Franklin County's Civil War history took place at St. John's Creek near Washington. On October 1, 1864, Union Major James Wilson was transferred into the hands of Timothy Reeves, a bloodthirsty bushwhacker. Wilson was despised because of his role in a Christmas Day ambush in 1863, where rebels suffered heavy losses. It is more than likely that Price handed Wilson over to Reeves, knowing that Wilson might perish in his hands. Wilson and 6 other Union POWs were moved to a patch of forest on St. John's Creek near Washington and executed with gunfire. The bodies of Wilson and his men were found weeks later. Riddled with bullet holes, the corpses were almost too deteriorated to identify. News quickly reached Union High Command in St. Louis, where General Rosecrans ordered 6 Confederate POWs to be executed by firing squad. These 6 POWs were tied to posts and allowed to speak before their dying breaths. Many chose to say nothing and remain stoic. Others broke down in tears, and one broke the hearts of all onlookers by beseeching honest men to do the right thing. The Union firing squad hesitated, as they pitied the prisoners who were innocent in their own eyes. Upon seeing hesitation, Union superiors urged their soldiers on, and in a clap of thunder, 6 men's lives were extinguished. Washington's Civil War history is not as grandiose as Richmond's or Shiloh's, but it is significant to her character. The people and structures around Washington during the Civil War witnessed wild revelry and dark moments. If we come to understand Washington's part in this conflict, we can see how and why Missouri is still healing from this pain.